Hi guys, welcome to the JRB Tree Climbing channel. This video is a real-world hunting scenario. It's also an SRT scenario. There's a lesson in here, and I learned that lesson here at this tree in this location earlier this year. And it's got some pretty big ramifications in terms of how you set up your system and whether or not we ever need to remove a friction hitch or not. So as best as I can reenact the situation, here it is. I get to the tree and I'm planning on a DSRT climb, right? Because that's my preference. That's my preference. I prefer to climb DSRT. This is my 3-hitch system. And I've gone the entire hunting season without ever having removed these friction hitches. And here's one of the reasons. So I'll clip this on. I get various ways of doing this, but I'm usually kind of lazy. I'll just clip the friction hitch onto the end of the rope, onto the end of the paracord preset, and I'll put that up in the tree. But whenever you're climbing a tree that you've never been up in before, and particularly one with a tight crotch, what if that friction hitch won't pass through the crotch? And that's what happened to me here at this tree. Now, I'll be honest, eventually on a future hunt I got it through, but it's really, see right now I'm pulling on this and I can't get that to move. This could happen. Now, the first thing we do is we try to flip it if possible. We try not to get it stuck like I did. There's some junk in that crotch. And so, this is a real world scenario. How do we recover from it? So I'm going to bring the rope back down to me. This is a hickory variant. I believe this is a bitternut hickory. You can see this moved, right? It just won't go through the crotch. It's possible, but not likely. So here's what I'm going to do instead. And it only works with a long rope system. This is it could be a 60-foot or an 80-foot system, but a 40-foot system probably won't work. I'm going to accept the fact that this friction hitch won't pass through the crotch. And instead, I'm going to send it up. And I'm going to allow the crotch to effectively just tend that out of the way. So that friction hitch went up. And someplace up in there, it's probably not going to get through. It's just going to get stuck there, but that's no problem. I'm pulling the rope and leaving the hitch. Okay, so as the rope approaches me, this is my 3-hitch system, right? Could be a DSRT system. What's on the other side? Well, it's the other friction hitch, and it's heading up that way. So I'm going to utilize that. I'm going to execute an SRT climb on the other side of the system while having abandoned that guy up in the crotch. Okay, now let's form our anchor. What kind of anchor do we want to form? Well, if you're comfortable tying it, I've got the rope just touching the ground, and right here at this height, about my head height, I'm going to tie a Super Maverick Hitch. I'm going to step on the rope to give me a little bit of, and so right here, and I'm tying it left-handed because it's just the way that it went over. So it's a good reason to be ambidextrous. Now, this is not a knot tying video, but I'll do it real quick in real time. 1, 2, 3. That's a Super Maverick hitch. I want to find a carabiner in one of my saddlebags. Got an old screw gate here. The last thing I was goofing off with. That'll work. I'm going to lock it. And now I have a running anchor, right? Got a running anchor. I'll send that back up. My friction hitch came back down. Now it's going back up. But that friction hitch up there, oh, yeah, it's a little bit annoying, made rigging my rope a little bit of a pain, but I didn't need to untie it. I didn't need to take it off, and I won't need to put it back on. And so I'll likely condense this. But climbing now is a breeze. See all my prior work on SRT climbing. This is the Garda hitch foot loop. If you're familiar with my climbing techniques, completely non-mechanical, don't have to tie any knots except for the anchor I just tied. My back is going to be towards you, but I'll just scurry up there and scurry back. Okay, so as you're familiar with the Super Maverick hitch, I could run that back down, but I'll be honest with you, I usually take the easy approach. Before I rappel, I usually remove my lock. And now that Maverick can be exploded from the ground. It's just going to make it easier for me to retrieve my system. Let me munter on down. All right, I'm all disconnected. This is the paracord preset. I put it on once. Why don't you guys go upstairs and get a look at that anchor, because I'm going to pull on the paracord preset and it's going to explode my Super Maverick. And now I still simply start bringing down my rope. And that friction hitch, you know, just did a whole lot of nothing. It wouldn't go through the crotch. I just sent it up there, and it's still on my rope. I was able to execute an unplanned SRT climb. All I needed to really tie was the Super Maverick. I won't be heading back to this tree until next year. Let's get that paracord preset in a good spot. Folks aren't likely to see it. All right, there you go. There's an SRT scenario I hadn't even thought of, but I want you to make sure you've got that tool in your toolbox. The ability to tie these hitches like the Maverick, Super Maverick, and even the JRB Bolin, they can really get us out of trouble, and they're easier to tie than a friction hitch. And so I look forward to leveraging this and giving you some friction hitches with great performance, with a sleek profile. Maybe not quite as performant as the Longhorn Agile, but they might have other advantages, and they just open doors for us in terms of the wealth of different situations we can get into and we can get out of. Thank you very much.